Hello, hello, hello. This is it's prog news, I guess. This is a good one. This broke a couple of days ago. I've heard about all these artists, all these musicians selling off their catalogue. We've got a new lot. We've got a new lot who've sold off their catalogue. Who is it, Darren? Who is it? Is it anyone we've heard of? Well, you've probably read the title. No, maybe not. So let's do the visuals. Billboard reported that Phil Collins and Genesis, here they are, in better times, have sold off their catalogue for, again, upwards of 200 million. Some are saying it's 300 million. Earlier on in the week, they were saying it was going to be $400 million, so it's a lot of money. But it's interesting. What's interesting is it also includes Mike and the Mechanics as well. They actually paid extra not to include the Tony Banks back catalogue. Well, I thought it was a good joke. I wouldn't believe this is the afternoon. It's the rain is sweeping in. You might be able to hear it pitter-pattering. It's kind of cosy, isn't it? But yeah, it's really interesting because it does include the material from 68 to 74. So doesn't that mean Jonathan King, convicted paedophile Jonathan King, gets a share? Because they do own, as it's reported here, a significant majority of the master recordings. So yeah, it covers the period when Peter Gabriel and Steve Hackett were in the band. Now, there's no report as whether those guys get a share of this deal. I mean, they should do. I'm sure they must. They must get some, royalty out of those early recordings. I'm sure they do. I'm sure. Again, Steve Hackett, I think, used to. But yeah, they've sold it to Concord. Yeah, and isn't it? Again, I'm not familiar with Concord because normally it's been like UMG and Warner's that have been buying the thing. Unfortunately, the original story came from the Wall Street Journal, but it's got a paywall, and I'll be buggered if I'm going to pay to read the news. Do you remember having to buy newspapers? So yeah, it's another legacy artist that has decided that there's more money to be made now selling their catalogue on, and of course this has great implications to the back catalogue. We could see more reissues. You never know, those box sets that have become so collectible that from 2007 onwards, we might see a repressing of those or a repackaging of those particular remixes. There might be new stuff. I don't know though. It tends to be reissue, remix, reissue. That's what we normally get these days. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But everybody's doing it, and of course, Pink Floyd have been hauling their catalogue around to various companies. And again, I don't know what the latest is on that because it's been going on for a couple of months now. They're still in talks. Yeah, it started earlier in the year, and they're looking. Again, it was reported that they were looking for $500 million. Isn't that $500 million for their catalogue? And that's interesting because you know how fractious and disagreeable Roger Waters, David Gilmour, can be. It'd be interesting. It's interesting to see that they are both of the same mind, and they both need to, get their catalogue up on the market. But it seems like everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Like I said, my catalogue is available. I'll give you 20 quid for it if anybody's out there. So that was a little bit of prog news. A little bit of prog news. Not that anyone's interested. Don't think they are. But yeah, one of the reasons, the rationale behind Genesis selling their catalogue was that the band wanted a company to take it on so that they could introduce the band's music to a younger audience. And you think, well, that's really interesting because our you know, I don't know. I don't even know who is Genesis with these days. I thought they were with Virgin. Maybe maybe they've been released. You'd think that Virgin would want to handle the catalogue. Obviously, they're not interested in promoting these legacy artists, so they've had to sell the catalogue to get a company interested in promoting it and reissuing, and is that what's going on? That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading from this. But yeah, and they even, like I say, lumped in Mike and Mechanic's catalogue into that too. So yeah, I mean, it just seems to be the way of the world now that all these legacy artists are cashing in their chips, and why not? Again, another joke is maybe Phil Collins getting remarried again. That's why he needs the money for the next divorce. I'm so cruel. But yeah, that seems to be the way of the world now. And again, I still don't know. I mean, it's good for the artists, but there have been other musicians that have sold their catalogue off in this manner, but we've not seen any reissues from them yet. I mean, Zappa's sold the catalogue off. Didn't Bob Dylan do it as well? There's been loads. Lou Reed, isn't Lou Reed sold his catalogue? Or whoever's, I don't know. Maybe I got that one wrong. But everyone seems to be at it at the moment, and yeah. So just ping 6 o'clock. So yeah, just putting out there a little bit of prog news for you. I saw it, thought it was something worth talking about, and something we can discuss on Tuesday if you pop by the live stream. That was it. My name's been Darren Lock. I've been talking about Genesis selling their catalogue, which again, I think it says more about the failure of the music business, the actual business of putting out records and promoting records and artists than anything else. Because I don't think I've seen anyone else say that they're doing this because they want their music to reach a newer audience. Again, that's frankly a bit bizarre. But so there you go. That's not bad money, is it? It's not bad. Not bad. Not 200 million. Not bad, is it? So that's it then. Thank you for watching. Prog on.